let's see if I can get this to work. Seems like it is. It's a good sign. Well, we have here a brand new game. Well, it's one I tried playing before on stream. I didn't get very far with it. But we have La-Mulana. Yep, this is a game from Nigoro, and was recently updated for being a sequel not so long into the future, so we'll see how that goes. But first, if you ever have the feeling of wanting to play as Indiana Jones, well, now you get that chance. So, we should begin, as all good places should start, at the very beginning. The adventure starts here. So, we have our Indiana Jones wannabe here, hut just opened, so let's go inside. So, you're also trying to track down your father who's gone into the ruins. Even the origin of life itself may be hiding there. Take a weight with you too. XSplit mailer. So we have no plans for a version update. Thanks, XSplit. So XSplit will send you mail from time to time, hopefully giving you hints about the game. And we have here something I can't read yet, but there is a way to get around that. Used to inspect stone tablets. You'll be using this a lot throughout the game. So now, I can actually read what's on here. That's if I figure out the right button to press. I have to actually set the item before I can use it. So, XSplit's bugging me with his mail. This is a Holy Grail tablet you can pick up from the last Holy Grail you touched or save by pressing down. Everyone, make sure to follow the rules when using a Holy Grail tablet. Now, why is it called a Holy Grail tablet? You'll find out shortly, hopefully. Let's see that mail that it's been sent. Research is necessary. Hand scanner will allow you to research all sorts of things, including a lot of stuff in the background. And XSplit also gives you a hint here. Why not take a look at some of the skeletons you might find on the map? Let's try and do just that, shall we? Oops. Hoping to jump from here. There's a command on this platform. And that's a weight, which is what he was talking about before. Weights are used mainly to solve puzzles, and you'll be using a lot of them throughout the game. There's nothing in that. This platform here is what you use the weights on. You press this and something will happen, probably. Anything behind here, possibly? Oh, yeah. Oh! It's the Death Village, Nigoro's first game, apparently. So, it's a piece of software, and you'll also be picking up a lot of software throughout the game as well, and they'll be used in various ways, which I'll explain later on when it becomes relevant. Right now, it's not going to do much for us. So, continuing on, we have, skeleton, talked about here. I got a map and was looking at it as it walked, and then I fell and sort of died. Well, maybe it's not that funny. Well, maybe not, but we got the map. So that's a map of the surface area, and that will help us get around, and you'll see that not just yet, because I will need a certain piece of software in order to be able to interpret the maps apparently. So I solved the first puzzle here, and this gives me the shell horn. The shell horn does is whenever you solve a puzzle within the ruins or outside of it, the shell horn makes a distinctive noise, and it tells you that something's happened. That can be helpful for some of the puzzles which are very confusing to see if there's something there. So carry on up this way. Lots of flat things around here. Trying to get hit. So taking a little bit of damage here, but not so much. Right. One thing I can't do is go past a waterfall. Oops. You notice I'm also picking up cash and green orbs. The green orbs count as experience, and when your experience bar, which is the little blue bar, gets full, your health is restored to full. You don't have any other levels than that, and I wasn't paying attention. Oops. So, in order to activate that platform, I will need another weight. So I'll have to either look around or possibly buy some if I can't find it. I think there's a shop near here that allows me to do just that. Yeah. So I will take a... give me 5 weights in fact, so that will be useful for setting up the first of the areas in the ruins. Oh, and I got one from the chest as well. Pot, sorry. Chests are different things. So, exploring the rest of the surface area, we have this thing over here, which is a hot spring. And hot spring allows you to restore yourself full health. You can also examine the hot spring. Making a lot of jokes about curry in this game, because well, the Japanese developers and they love their curry, which is fair enough, because I like curry too. So, let's do a bit more exploring and see if I can find some cash maybe, because I'm going to need a lot of it throughout the game. Watch out for that bird. No entry beyond this point. Maybe we can talk to this guy, we'll find out why. Legend has it that Argus, a monster with a blue body that's covered in eyes, is weak against the serpent staff. So that tells you the possibility of solving a puzzle. And this is Argus here. You can see lots of eyes covering his body and a huge blue body. We can't beat him just yet, so we'll have to come back for that. You'll find there's a lot of puzzles where you'll see where you have to do something, but you can't solve the puzzle just yet, so you'll have to come back at a later date. There's going to be a lot of memorization and a lot of exploring and backtracking, so very much in that sort of vein. So it's very Metroidvania-esque in terms of exploration style. But now that I have a lot more weights, I can actually enter the rooms. Oops. So I press this dais here. All the way down. Oh no! Thankfully, you don't take falling damage in this game, and that's something to be thankful for. Now, this thing in the background here you can actually examine. The Mural of Departure. Looks like the history of La-Mulana ruins is detailed here. Interesting. So, got another message from Zelpod. Oh, some of these messages here. It tells you about the puzzle of the shell horn, which I already knew about, and how to use weights, and he'll say he'll just keep looking It tells you about the waterfall, how you can't get past it yet, and about blocks. Now this is a block here which you can push. It takes its time because it's quite heavy, obviously, and this is probably one of the few tablets which are translated. They lurk within the land of ordeals, death awaits the powerless. So, and here we are. Sorry, I had to let the intro play there because it's just absolutely fabulous. One thing about this game is that it does have really lovely music. And this is the first of the puzzles you'll solve here, getting this sacred orb. What each of those do is they extend your life bar, so as you can see my health doubles from 32 to 64. You'll find one of them in each of the main areas, so... And the output probably just tells them secret treasure that gives you strength, don't eat it though. So, that's that. So, and I talked to the skeleton here before, he tells the place is littered with traps, so you do have to be careful. Oh, and down here. As you can see, a lot of the tablets, well, pretty much all of them, in a strange language, which is actually known as La-Mulanese, quite appropriately. And these enemies jump around, don't do a lot of damage, but they can get quite annoying, so... Right, I've got no way of translating all of that just yet, but we can still proceed. There's no light there, thankfully. And do some of these puzzles. Now, whenever you see a blue eye like that in the background, you have to be very careful. See this thing that's directly below me, this block? If I hit that, I'd get punished for it. Because the ruins are considered to be sacred, so you shouldn't damage anything that's sacred. So, since I have no way of sort of solving the puzzle here, let's just carry on. Oh, before I... Rune names are written within the puzzles on the stone tablets. So that's something that the maps can do when I have the map puzzle. Map software, sorry. Is that it gives you the name of the runes as well, and that can be very handy in solving some of the puzzles. So, talk to this guy. Can't believe I fell for such an obvious trap. So that's an indication saying that if I put a weight here, something would happen that would be a trap. So most of these platforms, right now I'm just trying to collect as much cash as I can. Those skeletons can be quite tough. I'm not going to deal with them just yet. A bit of a trick here because you probably won't be able to see on the stream, but if I jump there, there's a trapdoor. This pillar here is also sacred, so don't attack that. I'll wait for that guy to explode, and then we can proceed back up. See, those things can get quite annoying. Thankfully, I can attack this guy from below, so he's much less of a threat. And you may have heard a click there that told me that a puzzle had been solved over here. And that third block that just appeared at the top there was what was activated from those two red skeletons. So, that allows me to solve a puzzle in this room. There's also a second puzzle in this room. So I've beat that bat. Found an escape route. these runes seem to be connected in a very mysterious fashion. So you may have noticed that you started to walk through the wall there and you actually come through the side. The white platform there matches up with these blocks, and that allows me to solve one of these puzzles here. You'll find there's a few block puzzles in this game, but not many. So I've got to find a way across here without falling down, like that Michael Douglas film. While I'm here, I can get a lot of cash, so that's good. Taking a bit of damage here, but I'm getting a lot of cash for it, so it's worth the exploration. I'll head back up in a moment. I want to carry on heading down here for now. As you can see there, I just leveled up. So there's a weight platform up there, but how do I reach it? You may notice that there are little things here that look like a ladder, but that ladder is out of commission for now. The first stage of the sun was destroyed by flood, the second age was destroyed by wind, third by fire, and third by flood and fire falling from the sky. Same thing was written in Mine Prophecy. Could there be a connection? You notice in this room, in the background there's actually something like a Mayan calendar. I don't know if I can examine it or not, probably not. No. We also see these 4 pillars here. Now, this is actually a puzzle which I can solve if I do this right. So it said the first age was destroyed by flood. So that's the second age. Third was destroyed by fire. Platforming can get a little tricky with the very floaty controls. So I've solved this puzzle here, and now if I head over here, be able to solve another puzzle. It's not giving an indication of what it does yet, but we'll probably find out later on. I could activate that weight there, but I know what that does, so I'm going to leave it for later when it's a bit more useful. Right now, get a bit more cash, head up some of these ladders here. That is Zelpod telling me about the one-way doors that you can enter in one direction but not the other. You'll notice on the door you can see an arrow that tells you which way the door actually opens. Now, you may have noticed that last time I came here, that platform wasn't there, that weight platform. But if I activate it now, it moves the barrier and allows me to get down to that chest. And that allows me to collect the Ant Jewel. And Zelpod will tell us all about it. Ant Jewels are these red gems. Use them in front of a cross-like shaped thing called Anks. Breaking them will cause something bad to happen, so maybe you should think about going to the village to save. While you're there, why not come chat? Oh, Zelpod. You'll hear a lot from that guy. So anyway, notice clearing out some space here so I can solve this puzzle here. It's another block pushing puzzle. You'll notice there's a platform over there. So if I... Excuse me. And you. Oh. See. Now, if I push that same block that I just pushed down, it will only partially cover the white recipient platform, and it won't be able to activate the puzzle. But this is why you have 3 blocks. So if I jump, you can make this jump. There you go. That's why this third one was necessary. You use the first 2 to extend the platform. Far enough for this to land fully on there. See? And that activates that ladder there. An empty room for now. There will be something there later, but you'll have to see what that is. In the meantime, there is a way to control your jump and get through that platform so you can land below and get the reward there, which is what I'm trying to do. There you go. And that gives me a lot of cash. So that was well worth it. Oops. Thankfully the enemies at this point of the game, they don't do a hell of a lot of damage, but they can get quite annoying, so... let's continue on. We have a chest here, which is activated by that weight, and this gives me the map for the Maze of Galious area. So I'm doing quite well in terms of cash at the minute. And another platform here. Right, so that activates that ladder, but I can't jump that far in order to reach it. What to do? Now there's a platform there in the background in the mouth of that Olmec statue. But how do I activate it? This might give me the hints. But you may just be curious to see, yes, you actually hit that and something happens. Hit it 3 times, and it knocks the platform in, and allows me to obtain the Holy Grail while I'm here. Tells me that I can travel using the Holy Grail. As long as I've been to a location, I can walk to the Grail point of that location. So I want to do that first. So I activate it, and that allows me to walk back to the surface. And I want to come back here because there are a few things I want to buy. Is it this shop here? Yeah, the glyph reader, and I buy the map reader as well. While I'm here. Anything in the shop? Oh, that just tells me about the hot spring. It's useful. But with those 2 pieces of software, that allows me to both translate the maps, which I've picked up, 2 of them so far, and more importantly, translate the glyphs on the ruins in order to progress throughout the game. So I get back up to full health. Still can't get past Argus, so I'll just carry on here. this shop, did I? There is a pistol I could buy, and this is the waterproof case, which allows me to activate my pause menu if I'm underwater. That may become useful later, but I want to save my cash for now because there's a lot more things more useful than that I need to buy. So in the meantime, I want to kind of jump up there, but I want to make my way back up here a little bit because there's a little shortcut that you can actually set up for yourself. So now that I've learned how to warp, let's activate the warp point or the grail points as they call it in this game, for the Maze of Galious. And we've already seen it, so let's just make our way down and pick it up. Alright. So I have to actually activate the software in order for it to be useful. So you see there's amounts of memory that each piece of software takes up. There's only 1,000 megabytes, I think, is how much it can take at the minute. So now that I've done that, death awaits those who would disturb this land. So that's the Maze of Galious grail point, so I can warp there at any time now, which is very handy. And because this place is so large, it really helps with all the backtracking that you're going to have to end up doing. So now that I can translate some of the things here, careful not to whip that. Yeah, this is a warning about the sacred pieces of background architecture. Those who do not heed this warning will be dealt punishment from the heavens. I'll probably end up demonstrating that at some point accidentally. Prove thine courage. Now, you see there's a weight platform down there, but it seems to be protected by spikes. And the game is also asking me to prove thine courage. So the question is, how do I do that? Oh. The trap there is probably the first time you'll be introduced to that sort of trap. Bit more cash. And that's how you prove your courage, by jumping into the spikes. And this actually gives you your first sub-weapon, the shuriken. Shurikens are the least powerful of the sub-weapons, but on the plus side, they do allow you to attack at range, which most of the others don't, so they are useful in their own way. That chest, you won't be able to solve for a long time, unfortunately, so it'll tease you for a bit. So let's continue back down into the ruins. There's a couple more. I don't know if I got that. A couple more areas in the Maze of Galious that I haven't been to yet. The first one is here. In some ways it's almost good that I fell down because I am out of weights and I'm going to need some more weights in order to solve some of the puzzles. Oh. That's just telling me about picking up sub-weapon ammo, because the shurikens use ammo, and then when it runs out you can't use it until you pick up some more. Simple enough. Yeah, I want to warp back here so I can buy a few pieces of weight. Try 20 for now. Allow me to keep going for a while. Alright. Now I can proceed in solving a lot of these puzzles. Sometimes it's worth it to open the pots that you've already opened in case they drop an extra coin or two. Now, this tells me about the Ankhs. 8 Ankhs that protect the great spirits. The guardians that slumber within the Ankh will test thine strength. So that's telling you you use the Ankh jewels that you picked up in order to fight the bosses of each area. Yeah, taking a bit of damage there, but I want to investigate something up here that I saw. So those laser barriers can be removed as well if you use the right method. Oh, that's handy. So now we can see what's behind that barrier. Where that barrier was. This is also telling me about the Guardians and how the Ankhs used to bring them into being. The Ankh of this jewel lies beyond the path of the gazing faces, and the jewel is at the foot of the Cliff of Radiance. So, you notice at the map screen here, this is the Pit of the Holy Grail. This is where I got the Holy Grail item, so... You'll notice each area has its own name and its own use. So, I'll just wait for this platform to return so I can head right up to the top. While I'm here, I can activate this thing, which did something but not completely, so... The top of the Pit of the Holy Grail. Wait a second, what's going on here? Sort of the invisible platform. Allows me to walk all the way across there. I wonder, does it carry on? Oh! That allows me to get that. That's useful. Ah! What a meanie! Right. So that's that. There is invisible platform. Like I say, if you've ever seen Indiana Jones, you'll probably recognise some of the tropes and the traps. Tropes and traps. So I have to make my way across that again, you know. In order to activate this. So that did something. it shall connect once held in the mouth. Once one swallows, the other spits out. That was the clue to solve this puzzle here, where I knocked that block into the mouth there. And you notice in the background there's actually something connecting those two. So that's how you're meant to figure that puzzle out. So, as far as I can tell, more or less everything is solved here. I think I actually have the solution to fight the boss. But I'm not going to do that just yet, because it'll be easier if I come back later with more powerful weapons. You also notice that some of these tablets are broken, and sometimes they'll have broken sort of text, which is incomplete, and you have to kind of work out the missing gaps. Tragic Tale of the Giants is written here. Alright. So, the Tale of the Giants is in this area. The Mausoleum of the Giants. What's this guy have to say? So these runes are those being known as giants. Just this close to deciphering the legend of the giants, but somehow he dies. So, a couple of pots over here. Nothing in that one. Cash in that one. Those can get quite annoying, so... Whew. Quite a bit of cash there. There's nowhere else to go but down. Just noticed that there was a something to stand on there, but that didn't quite activate the chest. It's probably something else I need to do in order to open it. Nothing on that tablet. Is there anything on this one? The sun shone brightly the day Leto fell in battle. Gaping hole in his chest, he entered his eternal slumber. Now this is a clue to solving the mystery of the Mausoleum of the Giants. Each of the giants are basically given sort of little clues to which one each of them is, and you have to figure that out in order to solve the puzzle. So that's the first clue in order to figure out which one Leto is. But as you can see, my health's about to go, so I'm going to warp here. I'm actually going to save and call this a stream. So save as a new file. So that's it for today, and for tomorrow we will continue the mystery of the